This is Donna D'Angelo from the Institute of Christ Consciousness with the Breath of Spirit meditation for September 28th, 2025. Today, I'd like to lead you in a meditation on the topic of self-accountability. Our Creator has given each one of us the ability to grow and become more godlike. Our human selves originate in the greater selfhood of our Creator, and the indwelling spirit within us knows exactly what that image of our higher selves are. Our human natures rest gently upon the template of that higher self image, and we as humans have the ability to access the information within our higher selves, translated by our spirits. This is one of the ways in which we become more accountable to ourselves and to our Creator. We have been given the gift of volition, choice, or what we call free will. And it is a sacred gift because God, in divine love, wants us to love who God is because of the divine loving nature. And so, in this gift of choice, we are given a lot of latitude to make choices about how we will live, how we will think and feel about the nature of reality around us. And sometimes we make mistakes. And that's okay because we were not designed to be perfect all at once. We are on a journey of self-perfecting. And self-accountability is one of the qualities of spiritual maturity where we demonstrate that we live in integrity with the principles we hold dear in our hearts: love, truth, goodness, fairness, equality, justice, and compassion. So, in this meditation today, I'd like us to focus on becoming more accountable to our higher selves. So, let's use this term, self accountability. Focus it in your heart and set that intention for your spirit to help you perceive where you may be making some missteps in being fully accountable to your higher self, the presence of God within you. Breathe and relax. If you wish, you may focus on this affirmation: I am becoming accountable to my higher self. I am becoming accountable to my higher self. I am becoming accountable to my higher self. Hold that now so your spirit can show you where you need to receive more insight and guidance about how you can grow in self-accountability. Sometimes when we make mistakes, We do not own up to them because we are in fear of being judged or punishment. This is very common to the human condition, but it is very detrimental to our spiritual well-being because the spirit within knows the truth and knows when we make missteps. The loving nature of our Creator is never punishing. While we may need to suffer some consequences of our behavior by others in the society, when we make a misstep, all we need to do is turn within and ask for forgiveness from our Creator, who then will fill you with a sense of why you did what you did, help you see your motivations, and give you a clear picture of how to improve so that you don't have to make the same mistake again and again. Now, I'm talking about this in some very simplistic terms because you can see that there are many people who do not or are not accountable to their higher selves and act out in ways that are very, very negative, very detrimental to others. Their lack of self-accountability is very painful. However, if everyone on this planet would take accountability to their higher selves for their behaviors and the thoughts and feelings that govern them, we would be in a much better position as a planet because more people would recognize that we must be accountable to our Creator because that is the nature of our relationship to God within us. There is an internal moral compass from our Creator that our spirit is trying to always get us to perceive the higher way. The spirit acts to adjust our thoughts so that we can think and feel more along the lines of our Creator through the divine love that exists at the core of our foundation. Becoming more self-accountable opens the inner bandwidth for you to perceive more loving guidance and wisdom, so mistakes do not have to be repeated over and over. You can step away from the wrongful step and try again. So keep on affirming that you are becoming more accountable to your higher self and just let the flow of divine love speak into your heart, quiet your thoughts, and help you perceive from that higher perspective of who you are. A great benefit in becoming self-accountable is that you are growing in spiritual maturity and you are actually liberating yourself from all of the lower emotions that bind us up into fear, unworthiness, guilt, and shame. You step forward on the path of light and truth and can move forward with greater ease because now you don't have those emotional chains that bind you because you have perhaps made some mistakes in your life and you're still carrying the weight of them. Self-accountability leads to self-forgiveness, and self-forgiveness is ultimately liberating in the spiritual sense. And you can move forward as a son and daughter of God on your path and receive greater insight and spiritual grace, the divine flow of love within you. And who does not want to live in that state each day? It separates you from your fellows, and it gives you more courage and stamina to walk your faith path with truth and beauty. Self-accountability also expands the foundational love within you to feel that more deeply within, so that you can remain steady and steadfast. When people come at you with their negativity, you don't have to respond to them in kind. You can demonstrate a different flavor of energy, one that is positive, beautiful, and spiritually fragrant. So let self-accountability ground you in this beautiful energy of integrity, spiritual integrity. And if you have questions about how to maintain this or to grow in becoming more self-accountable, you only have to ask your spirit. Be sincere and honest with what's going on inside you, how you perceive certain situations that maybe you did not take full accountability, and ask to see what happened from the divine perspective. Your spirit will always provide you the truth, as long as you are ready to perceive it from the lens of the divine. Mm. So know and trust that as you spiritually mature, you are growing in self-accountability. And at some point, you will perceive more of your higher self, and it will become more unified and integrated into you. And that will be a great anchor in you to maintain that accountability, leading you to be truthful, honest, sincere in all your interactions with others. And what a beautiful world it would be if we could all relate like that to one another, to be accountable to our higher selves and then accountable to our relationships with others. It's all within us. It's just a matter of continuing to grow and access those beautiful gifts seated in you by the Creator for you to become more of your higher self and live in the state of Christ consciousness. So I will leave you here. However, you may stay in this place of meditation for as long as you wish. I hope you have found these words to be helpful and this experience insightful for you. Please like our videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel And also join us at the Institute of Christ Consciousness by becoming a member so you can stay apprised of all of our offerings and our group meditations and prayers. Thank you for this opportunity to be of service to you. I hope you have found it helpful, and I wish you a very blessed week. And goodbye for now.